What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my Let's Play series of Stranded Alien Dawn. In this series, we're focusing on the military outpost. We've already accomplished the crash landing scenario, and now I want to get this under my belt. So we're, year two, about halfway through the season. We just got attacked in the last episode, which, the time of this video is several days ago. I finally uploaded all of my content, so we're back at it. And I'm a little tired. Probably shouldn't have stayed up all night last night, but that's my problem, not yours. Alright, so two of our three people are on the mend. Melody is still awaiting some sort of treatment. You can hear my Keurig in the background, meaning you guys know exactly what time it is. We're locking in for another hour rotation. Trying to figure out what we need to get completed. Now I think now that all of downstairs here is completed, I think they're going to start focusing not on this part of the base, but they're going to focus the roof here. And after the roof is all built up, they're going to come out here into what are we going to call this? The labyrinth? Oh, hold on, let me... Insufficient medicines? What do you mean? There's bandages, there's antibiotics, and there's no bandages. Oops. Well, she's recovering nevertheless. However, I am slacking on medication. That's not good. We're gonna need to craft up some of those bandages immediately, as I've been running through them. And it's time for me to start getting some food. The main reason that Jack is starving is because, well, we've been allocating everybody to the roof. Nobody's really been cooking. Although there is plenty of resources available, nobody's been cooking. So let me see over here. How are the vegetables? These pickled vegetables coming along? Doesn't look like they're coming along at all. No, that's not good. Okay, let's see if I can't wrangle up some food for my survivors. Although it says that, there's no message here on the right-hand side alerting me to that. Let's see what's going on with him. Played music, low mood, risk of meltdown. Well, that should be on the mend now. Jack, for, the first year and a half, we didn't have anything to do. I literally had to force them to create these little things to do over here. Sorry, the workout bench, the punching pole, the didgeridoo, the handpan, the shooting target. The words weren't coming to me. Again, I need to get a better sleep schedule. Alright, so let's get some of my lifeblood in me. Maybe that'll help increase my brain's ability to function correctly. So we're waiting on 2 electronics. No electronics. Hold on, does that mean what I think it means? Oh, we scavenged. Okay, that makes a little more sense. It's like, why would she get 2 of those done in one session? Huh. Alright, sweet. We got ourselves some electronics, wherever those are. Where's Ken coming from? I don't even remember anymore. But regardless, Ken got us some electronics. We're going to throw those into the bot. Hopefully, get this thing going. Let me see here. So I want them to be continuing to do what they're doing. She needs to continue making food. Melody needs to make some bandages. He's transporting a bunch of wood. And give me something to eat. Why is there stone over here? Just not being utilized. Huh. Oh well. Really need to get this roof done. We've been working on this building for what? This is the 4th video now? It's gonna be a pain upgrading, I'll tell you that much. These multi-floored buildings, and I don't know how I feel about them. It's my first time making anything with 2 floors. Normally I just rock the 1 floor, throw some my brain ain't working. Solar panels. That's what I'm looking for. Solar panels. We like to throw those on the roof, but we're a little stressed for space back here. You know, this is a great spot, though. I'm not gonna lie. Majority of the time, the enemies have been down here, and they walk around. We have had them back here once, which that was kind of funny to watch. The enemy literally just stood there looking at me, and then walked off into the river, committing suicide. Let's see, where is Kim going today? I don't know, but all I know is I want this built. Once that's built, we can get some stuff placed around the base during the nighttime, including the day. Well, on top of the day, I should. Alright, Dr. Seuss. I was about to say, yeah. I was about to do some rhyming nonsense. Guess that's the downside of being raised on Dr. Seuss nursery rhymes. Now, I wonder if Eminem had been raised on Dr. Seuss. I mean, man is a god at spitting. And if my brain that barely functions is able to, throw together some rhymes like that, yeah, it's definitely. Food for thought, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking about Eminem. I don't even follow rap all that much. Honestly, I don't follow much music, to be honest. When you've compared it to, like the 80s, early 90s, even the 70s, like the music nowadays just isn't up to par. I know that it has to do with, it's not so much creative mindset as, there's only so many words that you can string together in so many ways and have it sound awesome. There's only so many ways that you can convey your feelings. We go through a lot of similar things, which is going to affect, how somebody writes their song. And when you have a lot of similar scenarios, everything starts to sound the same. Which is why I don't listen to a lot of rap, because majority of it is money and drugs and prostitution and guns and gang life and this and that, cars, jewelry, extravagant lifestyle. Whereas, music that I honestly like to listen to, which is classical, doesn't have any words. It's just music. Plain and simple. Straight to the point. Beautiful music. Now, I listen to just about everything, so, I'm not too partial on the rap, though I do listen to it, not any of the big names. I say none of the big names, and, I listen to NF, which some can consider a big name, if you will. He's got several million followers on YouTube alone. But I listen to some of his music, mainly because his music hits me in the heart. Like a lot of what he raps about, I can feel the emotion behind his lyrics. Some of it feels like it's written towards me, but then it circles back around to the whole, everybody, we all experience the same, well, not really the same, But we all experience similar things in life, which are going to, like I said, affect how something turns out. Well, you get 50 bakers and they all going to bake cookies. I'm pretty sure those cookies are all going to taste the same. You know, it's a pretty bad analogy, but well, that's what my brain can come up with on short notice. Let's take a look at the roof. Well, it's coming together nicely. Wish it was a little bit faster, but whatever. Let's go ahead and grab... Who's not doing anything? Laura. Let's go ahead and construct that delivery drone for me, please. And now we wait. I can't wait for this thing to come out, you guys. Oh, God, it's gonna be so good. Get to work, my busy little bee. Oh, it's disconnected? Oof. Okay, let's move it towards some power then, I suppose. Oh, that seems like a good spot. And let's grab Ember and have her move this. I need this delivery drone. You guys, if you haven't played this game or watched my previous Let's Play series, these delivery drones are a godsend. As you can see, they're just, well, as I only have the one, but yeah, it's just going to be moving things all day, non-stop, until there's nothing left to do. And that's going to be, you know, heading the materials to repair things, adding the materials to build the items, moving things into storage, moving things to, well, majority of things. They want to interact with this, and they don't really interact too much with the furnaces aside from picking up the materials that end up on the floor after creation. Great place to put my metal alloys, straight to the floor of the furnace, you guys. Nothing like hot metal on the floor. I love coffee. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting tired of hearing about my coffee addiction every single video. I can't help it. You know, I do my recordings late at night, so you know, coffee keeps me going. Keeps me somewhat alert. Alright, so one drone down. Jack's going berserk, as always. Need the roof done, which I've said, you know, 100 times now. Did I say 50-100 or the 1500 is what I was trying to say, but my clogged nasal passage made it sound like 50. No, I was actually saying 15, 1500, 1500. And I'm not creating any new words today, you guys. At least not currently. 50-100, good lord. Is that even that's not even that's not even the right way to say it either. 50-100. Man, thank God I didn't say that. Nope. What's going on over here? Was part of my... What's going on with my storages? Alright, so it's just crafting for now. There we go. Just crafting components. And then up here, looks like nothing's been moved. Well, nothing's been crafted yet. Completed. I do plan on adding a couple more layers of these shelves here. But currently, those ones are in my way. They're not going to get worked on until the ceiling is done. Okay, still need a little bit of stone. See if I can't locate it somewhere close by. Here we are. Let's get Ember cutting that down real quick. Never mind, as she's sleeping. I almost want to take Ken in the morning when he wakes up and have him start constructing the roof a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold off on salvaging for the day, and I'm going to force him to craft part of the roof. As you can see, it's already available. We just need to get it done. And after that, maybe get these storage shelves built so that we can move all of this up to here. Okay, where's all my survivors? Are they back at the base? They are back at the base. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab you. What happened to the parapet? Does it just like stay broken? Huh. Interesting. Alright, up and at 'em, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the enemy attacking from this time? Should probably select it. Oh, they're a lot closer. They just wound up here? Non-aggressive. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, so they're up here on aggressive right outside my base. Which, usually they've been spawning down here. But whatever. Go ahead and speed up time. Who's getting attacked where? Everybody's over here. What's getting attacked? Is the drone literally being attacked? That's crazy. Oh well. So we're just waiting on the animals to finally engage us. I'm going to keep my survivors here on the roof as it's a whole lot safer. So let's spread them out a little bit. Okay. Then what I can do is I can move pipe users over here. And there we go. Let's see if we have any weapons while we're waiting for the enemy to come after us. Oh. Don't mind if Rita does. I had no idea I had that. Perfect. Oh, life just got easier. You telling me I have another sniper rifle? Lord. Alright, enemy. Come on. Literally just Melody without a weapon now. Everybody else, though, he's kicking some butt. Now, if only we can get this up and operational. He's doing really well for us. So we don't have that. Soon, though, I'm hoping this video will be a part of this construction. At least, like, maybe, I don't know. At least part of it. Yeah, that'd be nice. We got 8 people left. Let's go ahead and engage them here. Five, 3, 2. Come on, where's the other 2 at? You're just gonna let her go inside the house and kill. Ugly. Where's this last guy at? Oh, what's he doing? Alright, well, kill him and be done with it. And there we go. Easy peasy. how's our power looking? A little bit of damage to two of them. One's broken completely. Man, pesky bugs. Once we get these walls up, we shouldn't be able to attack them too much, except for like right here, which I don't know if I want to move the power away from this wall. Obviously, that would be the smart thing to do. So maybe move it over into here. Try and keep it away from right here, but oh well. I guess that's fine for now. Definitely gonna need more power though. Let's take a look at consumption. Production is 280, so we're at double our limit. It's good to see. I think now is the time to go ahead and pop another one of those up. Get some extra power storage. Speed up time a little bit more. And it's nighttime, so we get to wait for everybody to sleep again. Yay, my favorite thing to do. I can't wait to get the service spots. I really can't. Like the harvest drone and the service drone, they're both really, really useful. Like, you guys, you're gonna enjoy them when you get your hands on them, trust me. Now, I'm not overly satisfied with this farm. You know, it's making do for now, but it could be better. It could be better. And it's going to be better as soon as we get this land over here available. All of this is going to be farmland eventually, outside of the main defensive wall. And then I might put another one around the farm, who knows? Alright, yawning. Sorry. Alright, yawning, yeah, that's how we talk to the yawns, yeah. Definitely gonna work on my sleep schedule, you guys. Like, I almost feel like half of this video has just been incoherent gibberish in the mind of a psychopath, a lunatic. Cut that blade grass. And no, I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about Ken, wherever he's at. Bench pressing. Speaking of, I might do some of that here after I get done with this video. I was only able to do a partial arm day today. And I'm trying to get back in shape for my little one. I'm trying to get my best health for her. Just so that I'm alive a little bit longer. Then again, you know, excessive workout's also not healthy. I mean, I don't intend to talk any kind of crap on anybody, you know, especially bodybuilders with how much effort they put into sculpting their body. But, you know, sometimes there is too much. You know, like Rich Piana, an amazing dude. Amazing dude. But he's just pushing the envelope too hard. And unfortunately, it led to his demise. Kind of sucks though, because that man had some devotion. A devotion we rarely see in men nowadays, or just in anyone in general. Like, the dude was an absolute savage. Like, I've gone out into the gym and, you know, I thought I've worked out hard. I thought I worked out hard in my military days. And then I watch these guys and I'm just blown away at the determination, the effort, the motivation that is required to push someone, to push oneself, not to push someone. I mean, obviously, if you're working out in tandem with somebody else, you're pushing each other. But to push yourself that far, it's an amazing thing. The brain, or not just the brain, but, you know, humans in general, Hey, we can accomplish some amazing things if we just put our mind to it. If we have the motivation to carry it out, I mean, we can accomplish almost anything. You know, I've heard a rumor that they found out a way for two men to have a baby, so I mean, we can do anything. Literally. I'm gonna go ahead and mute up real quick, blow my nose, and try and figure out why Ember is passing out. Let's see why Ember's passing out. Is it just from being tired, or can I not select her? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We'll just wait for her to get to bed. The second she touches that, she's like, get out of here. I don't need this. So that's Ember Jack. And let's go ahead and assign this one to Laura. Let's assign this one to Melody. Let's assign this one to Rita. Nope, that one's next to the door. So we're going to assign this one to Rita. Now they have their own designated beds. I need to grab Laura. No, not the storm floor. I said Laura. Thank you. I'm going to hit triangle on her, and we're going to fix this wall. Repair stone wall times 4. Oh, that's why we don't have any stone. That makes more sense. I guess we need to get our resources up, you guys. Which, I don't know if we have enough time in this video to focus on that. Though I will at some point over the next couple videos make it a conscious effort to go out and just start stockpiling my resources like I'm used to doing. And I look at my stockpiles and they're looking rather bare. They come all the way down to here, and we're barely using, the first 2 slots of our massive storage facility. That's gonna change. It's gonna change soon. Okay, so this bot is doing absolutely nothing. Alrighty, I say let's get the Air Force involved. Let's say you guys. I mean, obviously, you can go ahead and tell me what you think, but by the time this video gets out, I'll probably already have about 4 more already behind it. So, that's not to say that I'm not taking your guys' advice. I've had somebody tell me that my audio was a little low, so I've adjusted the in-game audio as well as my microphone audio. We'll see how this one plays out after it's said and done, but I'm hoping this will take care of the audio. And I'm unsure which audio they were referring to, if it was my mic audio or the in-game audio, but like I said, I raised both. And I'm not sure where I want to put my little Air Force. Choices. I think I'm going to put them back here. Somewhere nearby. Whoa. Okay, maybe not nearby. Alright, so we're just going to have it come off the wall by 1. And yep, let's get our Air Force going. And pause. We'll just build these one at a time. Now, honestly, we're going to need at least 3 of them. Yeah, we're going to need at least 3 of them. And somebody managed to get a little bit more of the wall done. Where's 10? Nope. Ken doesn't have the proper skill level. However, Laura does. Get to work, Laura. Same with Jack. Get up there, simple Jack. Rita, you're gonna keep doing what you're doing. Construct that hand pan can. I'm gonna have you construct a couple things here. Try and get his construction level up. Nah, you're not going to do no salvaging, buddy. You're doing construction work. You're not transporting either. Let the drone do that. That's what it was designed for. It is a transport drone. Ken, I'm telling you, buddy. You need to be. I'm gonna go repair that. How's he still not got a level in construction? We just built a couple things. Repair the wind turbines. I'll get the observation from a field mission. It will give it to me too. We already got the bone crusher from it. Construction on the roof is coming together. Where'd Ken go? Ken, what are you doing? Bruh. Construction work. That's what you get to do. Get to it. Hopefully, we'll get some of these tracks operational. Jack and Ember and Lara are still going at it heavy, which I'm loving seeing that. However, we are slacking off on this a little bit. Oh, never mind. Lara decided to go harvest for us. Perfect. It's actually gonna, deselect her from that task. So not bad for a single day's build. Got a decent chunk of the ceiling done. Just got a couple more chunks and we're finished. Can really get a lot done with 3 people building. Okay, so I'm going to let them do whatever they want for tomorrow. And then the day after, I'm going to do what we did before. I'm going to have Ken coming out here and doing some work in here, doing some work over here. Ember, Jack, and Lara, we're going to have them continue finishing off the roof. Rita, honestly, I need to send her on a mission. We got that spaceship junk. Let's go ahead and send her on the spaceship junk. There we go. And she's got a nice sniper rifle 2.0, so that's going to, keep her alive for the majority of the missions. Got our first robotic battle drone ready to be built. Then when we get, 2 more brothers and sisters for it, it's gonna be time. And for anybody that knows me and my battle drones, once we get them, we get carbon nanotubes. So that's what's coming up ahead, you guys. Over the course of these next few videos, we're getting the battle drones up. We're gonna go and take out some of these nests. I'm gonna go make another cup of coffee. I'm gonna be more wired than, I can't think of his name. Will Ferrell's character in Talladega Nights. I can't think of his... Ricky Bobby. God, good lord. I'm gonna be more wired than Ricky Bobby's kids. Hopped up in Mountain Dew, throwing Chip's war medals over a bridge. Little punk kids, man. Throwing a feel for Chip, being a fellow veteran with some of my own war medals. Nothing, too extravagant. I don't have a silver star, a bronze star, no purple heart, none of that stuff. Though I do have my expert and combat infantryman's badge. I've earned my combat infantryman's badge several times over. let's go for the large cup. So I have earned my combat infantryman's badge a couple times over. You know, that just happens when you're an infantryman. You're bound to see combat. So, even knowing now what I would go through in the service and all that stuff, I'd still do it in a heartbeat. I really would. No, I don't enjoy the wartime activity. However, when I was deployed, I did get to go outside the wire, which is one of the privileges of being infantry. It's not really a privilege because you're putting yourself out into a million different situations that can all go down at the same time. You know, somebody can come up with a grenade, and boom. Somebody could ambush you, boom. Lots of little things that could take place. IEDs, like I already said, ambushes. The area I was at, we had Chechnyan mercenary snipers that were working for the Taliban. Obviously, you know, you can't fault these people. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They are a sniper for hire. And if they get hired, obviously, like with any hitman, including, like, for instance, John Wick. If somebody were to have hired John Wick to come kill me and my brothers, I can't fault John Wick for doing what he's being paid to do, because that's his job. I can hate them a little bit, sure. I'm not gonna, fault them for doing what they're doing, like, just like me. When I was in the service, I was an infantryman. I was paid to jump out of airplanes and shoot people in the face. You know, there's parts of it that I didn't like. And there's parts of every job that people don't like to do. But we still do it because it has to get done. Because we're paid to do it. That almighty dollar, or euro, or pound, or I don't know of any of the currencies. Rupee, I do know that currency. That's about the only currencies that I know. You know, the dollar. I do know about the Canadian loonies and toonies, mainly because here in the United States we had a show called Looney Tunes. So we pretty much have your guys' dollar and $2 is squared away in our brains forever. Great thing to call money though, a loony and a toonie. And I think it even has the Queen's face on it. So I'm not sure how that goes. Are they calling her a Looney Tune, or? No, I know like the toonie, it's like a $2 or something like that, and the loony like it's singular. I know they're not calling the Queen a Looney Tune, guys. I know they're not calling her that, obviously. You know, rest in peace. And that woman lived a very, very long life. Like, honestly, you guys, I thought she was gonna outlive her kids. I really did. Like, I thought, like, I have this little theory in my brain on how she lived so long. She was part vampire. She was getting blood transfusions and just getting worked on every day. Not like lipo or anything like that, because, you know, she doesn't look like she had any work done to her. But man, what a life that woman led. You know, most people, when they get put in a position of power, they'll abuse it. Because power is a corrupting thing, which is why I like the Sith so much, I suppose. They let the dark side corrupt them. And then after it's corrupted them, they utilize it to gain strength from it. Now, there's more reasons to why I like the dark side than just that. They don't hold back. They don't need an army. They have two that take on an army. Two people. A master and apprentice. A master in the background pulling the strings of fate. Twisting and turning daily events to suit their outcomes. You know, it's all about control with the Sith. You wouldn't think that somebody who's using such a chaotic force would, you know, use it for control. Who am I kidding? I'd use it for control too. Use it to control my daily life. So yeah, I do enjoy my Star Wars, if you guys couldn't figure that out from my profile picture, my background picture, all of that good stuff. And I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Massive fan of it. Uh-oh. Ken? What are you doing? You better run. Man. That could have been bad, you guys. Ken was like on the verge of getting murdered. I'm just letting y'all know now. He almost died. But we should be fine now that he's going back to get treated. The 11 flyers that are over here, which that seems like a really small number compared to what they've been throwing at me. I do know that these flyers are, they're pretty mean. As well as these Shrieker broodmothers. Is this one? No. But these Shriekers are pretty nasty too. But the flat cannons are more than sufficient to take out these few little pests that we have. And then everybody else, go ahead and select and throw on top of our roof as always. And this is going to be my go-to spot to throw my survivors, at least until we get some better defenses. It gets them up off the ground, away from the bugs, at least directly hitting them. Now, these Shrieker things are still going to hit us, as they have a ranged ability with their tail, but, it's not going to be too much of a problem. More of an annoyance, a slight nuisance, if anything. Alright, we're 42 minutes in. This is literally the last one. Okay, quick kill it. And we're done. Alright, so 42 minutes in. The roof. Guys, the roof is almost done. Look at this. The roof is almost done. Get it, Laura. Finish constructing that roof. Oh, we're about to get ready to do these defenses finally, ladies and gentlemen. It only took 3 videos, but I'd say it's time. Laura is now done with the structure. Perfect. And it looks like they do have some of this prepped. Reconstructing the parapet. Can't access the wind turbine. Oh, it's this one. Okay, alright then, I guess let's go ahead and move that there. I should be able to access this one now. I'm also going to move this one. Where's another broken one? Right here. That one. That way they can repair. They should be able to repair that one from right there. Then we got this extra bed that's not being used, and this extra bed that aren't being used. Well, hold on, we got 8 beds now, so let's deconstruct these smaller ones. Is that all the beds? Nope. We have one right over here as well. There we go. Deconstructed. At least deconstructed when they wake up. Nice. I love seeing majority of the walls, ready to be built. What was that? Okay, so we have a malfunction on the battery. Wow. Power consumption is looking amazing. We're like 3 times, 4 times over. That's great to see. About 5 times over, and that's with, these broken wind turbines too. Now, once this gets built, I'm probably going to start allocating all of this space right here for the farm, the wind farm. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna start moving some of these. Let's get a couple of them moved for now. That way I can figure out the power pole situation. Okay, so power pole, I'll probably put one over on this side. Put one like here, I'll put one probably like right here, and then probably put another one over in this corner, and then bring it down here to this corner, and there we go. Now where's Ken? Sorry, buddy, but you have to build these. Missing, oh, we're missing the wood. Yeah, we're missing some wood. So those won't get built yet. Yeah. Yeah, those aren't going to get built yet. However, some of the traps here are getting built. Let's go ahead and observe this while it's stuck. And then I really want to build more of the traps, but we need to get this built first. That way I can figure out what else I need to design here. I mean, I do have a little bit of space here where I might be able to elevate some turrets. Maybe like a two-story platform so that they can see over some of the walls. We'll see. We'll see. And so I don't want to move all of my power quite yet. At least not until we get these power poles built. Music night, go ahead. Let them celebrate. They've been doing a good job. They got the compound squared away. The storage facility. Which, like I said, this is going to be a pain in the butt to upgrade, but we're going to get it done. What am I missing? Just some metal and just some metal. Ooh. How's this looking? Not enough resources, not enough yeah, because we don't have any scratch. That's right. Smelt from ore until forever. Because we don't need the ore anymore. At least that's what I learned from the last video, you guys. From my last playthrough, I had so much raw metal just stashed away. All the raw ore. I had almost 1,000 of this stuff. But now I realize that just smelt it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna smelt it. If ever we come up across some, get some salvage that's a little bit closer. Let's deselect this far away stuff. And we'll just let him continue that because it's done now. Get a little bit of cloth out of it. Well, with that one selected, let me select this one. See if there's anything a little bit closer to hand. Oh god, that hurt. You guys didn't hear, thankfully I muted my mic in time. Oh, the sneeze that I just did. Like, have you ever sneezed so hard that your diaphragm hurts? Ooh. Feels like somebody punched me in the gut. Good lord. Okay. So let's see. I am going to want to start building these pretty soon. You know, it is nice to have a little bit more space between the beds, but these people deserve their own beds. Hold on, why is the parapet missing? Flooring, wood parapet. Hope I'm saying that right. Nope, I am not. And this one was stone paving. There. All fixed. And we just have to repair that. And that was it. Sweet. Then we'll get to the traps. Ah, it's gonna be good, you guys. I'm gonna get these traps in place. Can't wait. Now I do see a bit of a problem. One that I didn't notice before. This needs one of those. And that doesn't necessarily need one so much. If they go out this way and come up that way, they can go out this way. They didn't really have a way to go out that way. So, now that that's taken care of, let's see what they're up to. Lara's harvesting, Ember's transporting meat, Jack's constructing a trap, Ken's salvaging, Rita's doing food, and Melody's transporting. Cool. They're doing exactly what I need them to be doing right now. Getting some of this constructed, which I think, let's go ahead and grab Ken now. He's trying to get some food, so let's just select him. Let's not have him do anything. Let's select him for now. And then I'm going to have him build the wood while Jack and Ember construct the traps. I'm just going to let him eat first before I put him to work. That way he's not complaining of starvation later. What? How does he have insufficient skill to construct a wooden trap? Bruh. Okay. I guess it's just gonna be Jack doing that then. Get him to work on those. Sorry for the sniffles, you guys. The only downside to drinking, copious amounts of scalding hot coffee is the steam gets in your nose and turns everything to liquid. So again, my apologies for the sniffles, ladies and gentlemen. I know it can be a huge turnoff to some people. My wife, especially. I drive her crazy. Let's go to time check. 54 minutes. Oof. For the sake of not going over as I'm prone to doing, this is the second time I've done this video. On top of, I've done several of the videos multiple times because I've noticed that I've gone over on my time allocation, which I really, really hate. I really hate that, here on PlayStation 5, I don't have a Pro or nothing. I just got the regular PlayStation 5. I'm only able to record an hour at a time, which, an hour video is still a pretty long video for what people have time for, nowadays. I think that my live streaming back when I was doing it on a different channel was, the reason it didn't take off is people don't really have that time to sit in a stream for, 5 hours. I mean, you're lucky to sit through an entire hour video. Let's be honest. I don't even have the time to sit through an hour video. I don't even have the time to edit my videos, hence the reason they're all unedited. Yeah, I have enough time to do the recording, chop off the first 8 seconds of the video so that it renders correctly, as I have lots of rendering problems here on PlayStation. And then, yeah. Even then I still have problems. But regardless, I'm probably going to go over just some talking. So, thank you guys for coming through. If you're playing alongside us, you're an absolute legend. I hope I can get us through this one. I was able to get us through the last one, so I do have a little bit of faith in myself and my abilities. However, we are doing this on a increased difficulty. The last playthrough is on normal, this one's on hard. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Especially if this trap field, this labyrinth, works as I have intended. But again, thank you guys for coming through. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care, stay safe, and we will catch you in the next video. All right, later, guys.